To kick off, here's Riley Patterson. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Here comes Williams on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. They're led out by one of the game's most tenured veterans and most decorated quarterbacks of all time, Aaron Rodgers.
I think it's safe to say, Kate, Aaron Rodgers may be one of the most polarizing figures in the NFL, but there is nobody that will question his ability to spin a football different than everybody else. Just ask his receivers, tight ends, running backs, anybody that's ever played with him. He elevates their game, and he often elevates his own game to an MVP kind of level.
I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing him a loss, first play of the game.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Completed left side to Smith. And he'll get it up to the 27.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
Dolphins bring out a fifth defensive back on third. To the air on third and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
To the air on first down. Rodgers. This finds Austin complete. And he'll get this up to his own 44. Hit applied by Bradley Chubb.
To Calvin Austin. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Again, Rodgers. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Third and long, they're going to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
Kate, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and third downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time the plant was closed.
On fourth down, it's Corliss Waitman on for the Steelers to punt this away. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a proud Samoan and one of your few fellow lefty QBs, Brock, Tua Tagovailoa.
Unfortunately, those injuries returned last season. Katie played his fewest games since his rookie season 11. It was pretty obvious, too. Those Dolphins, 6-5 with him, 2-4 without him. He's a difference maker.
All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And it's going to be first down Miami.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. On play action, here's Tagovailoa. Gets this one to Waller. And this is taken ahead to the 37. That stop made by T.J. Watt.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
2nd down now. They need 7. Going play action. Tagovailoa. Complete right side to Washington. And they're backed up a bunch ahead of this third down, Broncos. This is out at least a few yards behind the line.
That is a potential drive killer. Defenders all over that one. It kept him from getting vertical after the catch.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Throw here, 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep to the left. He's got it deep downfield. And they're going to have it all the way down near the 25.
Well, that's sure one way to take the lid off a defense. Great work to find the biggest hole in the coverage. And more importantly, go exploit it.
A 41-yard gain. First down, Miami.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. And motion a receiver left. Running with Achane here out of the gun. And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Tagovailoa off the play fake. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. Finds a man, right side. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that is the Dolphins' 1st down. Well, when your opponent fails to act, Brock, you want to capitalize, right? And they are moving like a team ready to provide us with our first points of this game.
Yeah, pretty lackluster start there, Kate, from their opponents. You got a golden opportunity to immediately take control as they convert to stay on the field.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Taking down at the 14-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. And stick with Achane. Shoots away from one. And he stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Might be able to start their game with a score here, Brock. This is 1st and goal. Here's again for Wright. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Pretty easy for me to play armchair quarterback up here and say I just don't like that call on 1st and 5, especially when you get nothing from it. Man, that one stinks.
Still lined up at the 6. Here's 2nd and goal. They've got a man in motion. Switching it up here. Tagovailoa to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down. Well, for a great opening drive, this is where you can run into that speed bump. You see it all the time, getting down near the end zone and trying to find your way in.
Yep, operated so well and efficiently, but when you get into the scoring zone, the red zone, that's when the pressure ramps up.
Big play for this offense. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing now, Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defensive down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
Kid, all the data lately has taught us really clearly. Sacks, negative yardage plays. They not only just destroyed that play, they destroyed drives. Well done, defense.
Facing 4th down, Dolphins bringing out the field goal unit. This is going to be Riley Patterson to do the honors. This from 30 yards out. The kick by Patterson is good. And they're on the board.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead, and a little early momentum with that field goal.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Kenneth Gainwell now to return. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense for their second drive of the game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Handoff goes to Gainwell, running left. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Now Rodgers on this 3rd and short. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Warren running between the tackles. Escapes the defender. Free inside the 30. And this will reach the red zone. He takes it down to the 17.
A gain of 43 yards. That's another Steelers first down.
Anytime you go over half the field in one play, totally changes the complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end the series with some type of points.
Staying between the tackles with Gainwell. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I know we all love the big home run plays, the highlight reel plays, but as an offense, these are just the stay on schedule kind of plays. But I love the commitment to this run game. Keep working that body, keep working that body, keep working that body, and eventually you could take the will away from your opponent.
Play fake. Here's Rodgers. And he makes the catch, but he will not get the feet down. Oh, Brock, that could have been a highlight reel touchdown. Instead, just an incompletion. Boy, they had the look, Brock, and they just missed a touchdown as the throw put him a little bit too close to the edge of that end zone.
Handle priority number 1, that's to catch it and secure it. Unfortunately, did not leave enough room to land his feet in the end zone, despite what was really a tremendous effort.
Oh, they tried the lateral. It's live ball, and the Dolphins got it. And Miami returns this to the end zone. Touchdown. The Dolphins finish off their opening drive. That was awesome. The return became a question of, does he have enough steam to make it back before someone runs him down?
That is the most sprinting we're going to see him do on a football field, maybe his whole life. That distance, whole lot more than the few yards he's usually running towards quarterback in the pocket. But he had enough to reach that goal line. You're darn right he did. He could sense it, and he won.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins go up 10-zip here in the first. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return score, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Here comes Williams on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Steelers and Kenneth Gainwell ready for their next possession. And things have gone from bad to worse in their 2 drives. Hopefully the third time's the charm for them. They find some success. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Trying an inside give to Ward. And he's charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action here with Rodgers. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
In real estate, Kate, it's location, location, location. In football, it's rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And you don't get 3rd down conversions, you get no rhythm.
Corliss Waitman out there again to punt this away. Malik Washington will return this for the Dolphins. Before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So Miami headed out for its 2nd drive of the game. And here in the first, already up to a 10-0 advantage. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Hey, Kate, you ever run into a brick wall? No, me neither. I think we just watched it.
At the 37-yard line.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Tua now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
1st down. Here's Tua. Throwing the out route complete. He's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
2nd and 3 now. Tua off the play fake. No one open on that play, so he's going to chuck this to another county.
Kate, as soon as this quarterback broke containment, I know your eyes and my eyes went the same place. Can you find a big play down the field? Unfortunately, there was not one to be had.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it's going to be first down, Miami.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Motioning him from the slot right. Give here to the motion man. And he's out of bounds. Looks like he only got a yard. That's going to set us up with 2nd and 9.
Out of bounds at the 37-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's A-Chan up the middle. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. They send the tight end in motion left. They'll throw 3rd and long. Connects with him down the sideline. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that is the Dolphins' first down.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
From the red zone now. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on 2nd down.
Opening frame of the game, and 2 times already, these defenders have got home for a home run sack. They get their way, a lot more teammates are going to join them on the stat sheet with the takedown before this one ends.
Might be time to reach in the bag of tricks on 2nd down. 16 to go following the sack. We're through 1 on Monday Night Primetime. It's a 10-0 ball game. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They have it 2nd down, well inside of field goal range. Did not like what he was seeing, Bronson. He's just going to hold this one away.
Oh, this has been a tough series. Sacked on the first down play, forced to throw it away right there. An awfully difficult 3rd down now staring you in the face.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. That's going to be caught by Washington. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
1 yard. That's good for a Dolphins first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
From the red zone on 1st. Finds his back. A-Chan. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins make it a 16-point ball game. Devon A-Chan with the touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdout.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins take a 3-possession lead. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. On the return, here's Gainwell. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Steelers offense headed out. And things starting to get a little out of hand for him, Brock. That last score made it 17-zip. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Rodgers. This finds Austin. Complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 37-yard line.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. From the gun, give to Gainwell. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Pickup of 2 here. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Line.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. 1st down throw here by Rodgers. Hits him on the out route. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Brings up 2nd.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
He completes it in traffic. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the 1st after a mile gain.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll run now with Warren. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 4 yards and a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense, and I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Rodgers from the gun. This is Metcalf working that right side. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Throw is caught. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, well, those are welcome bonus yards.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Warren will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Rodgers set to pass. Dumped off to his running back. And that's a the Steelers start to fight back with their first points of this game. Well, Brock, I think you and I both saw that one coming together from up here, and it became clear pretty quickly that if they got things going, that one could go the distance.
Yeah, the 6 points earned on any screen pass touchdown. I'd give half a point to the sell job of a quarterback, half a point to the effort of the running back, but 5 of those points to the big guys in front of them. They're the most important ones out there on that play, and in the best of times, they clear lane for a touchdown just like that one.
17. Steelers 7.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Here comes Malik Washington. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Miami set to take over once again on offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Dolphins just about set up here, 1st and 10. It's Achane on the inside give. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
And the Dolphins, first down. It's a gain of 10.
A run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
On play action, here's Tagovailoa. It is caught left side. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Simply part of the job description for any running back in today's game. You're out there, you're going to be one of your quarterback's most important safety valves. And you got to be ready for that check down at all times.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Here's Achane from the pistol. He dodged the tackle. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Now 2 at a throw. Out wide, it's Waddle. He's found some space as he crosses the 45. And they'll finally get him down at the 37-yard line. So 20 yards on that play. And it's going to be first down Miami.
So many times, Kate, when I see these receiver screens, I think punt return. It's like a punt return. On punt return, it's all about those blocks. The returner's got to catch it, and he's got to feel those blockers in front of him. It's no different on a big play like this with the wide receiver screen.
And the shotgun, they'll give it to Achane. Dancing past him. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Dolphins, first down. A gain of
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Off the play fake, here's Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Tua now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Complete to Jalen Waddle. It's a
To the air on 3rd and long. He couldn't hang on, Brock. It looked like a touchdown, but it slips right through his hands, and now it's 4th down. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that 1st down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they've made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
The kick by Patterson is good. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Here comes Williams on the return. Shoots away from one. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. It's a screen play to Warren. And they're going to hand him a big loss on this 1st down. Forced out of bounds several yards behind that line of scrimmage.
He's forced out of bounds.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, well, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Finding room at the 30, and he's finally marked down at the 34. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. A nice gain and a 1st down there, Brock, on a throw that most quarterbacks would have shied away from.
Yeah, tight ends, these guys, about the only position that can make that look routine, fending off a couple defenders, and it's really why, Kate, they're such valuable commodities.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Mika Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Dolphins will take over after the tackle's made at the 40-yard line. Man, great call by the defense there. They go to cover 2 for that play. And it's the free safety back there who makes the read and forces that turnover.
And that's who you want playing that cover 2, covering half the field, right? Those strong safeties near the line of scrimmage. A little more depth at playing the run-free safeties. This is exactly what they want. They want to play that half. And when that ball is in their vicinity, go and take it away.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
From the 40, here comes 2nd and 10. Motioning the tight end left. Throwing the out route complete. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Tagovailoa keeping it on the sneak. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
That's all you could really expect from a sneak, Kate. 1, maybe a couple yards. So in that way, their job was executed. But the play call, well, that leaves me, and I think many, scratching our heads.
The kick by Patterson is good. And that'll give them a 16-point advantage.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, He's just that.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. On the return, here's Gainwell. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And this group feeling a little urgency to make the most of this one, Brock, after they threw that interception the last time out.
Yeah, we know there's no more predictive stat in the NFL than giving the ball away. Now, we walk that fine line as a quarterback. You can't play timid and scared to make a mistake, but you know you can't put the ball again in the other team's hands.
Rodgers going to throw on first. Completed over the middle. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
That's good for a Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. To the air on first down. Rodgers finds him on the crossing route. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. He picks up 15 on the play. Man, the Steelers have a first down.
Steelers.
Oftentimes, play calling's like chess. You got to have just the right move. And in this case, well, that is checkmate. That's a crossing route versus man coverage. Just the right choice, and they got a completion out of it.
Putting the tight end in motion. Here's Rodgers on first and 10. Pass caught by Gainwell. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
So it's going to be second down and 10 on the other side, Brock. We've reached our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing again here, it's Rodgers. Into traffic, complete. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. Two men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Again, Rodgers. He completes it in traffic. And this is going to be short. Quick stop by the defense to bring up 4th down.
Making that throw into double coverage to a running back, I don't want to live off of that, and I certainly am not going to count on it. But give some credit to the effort it took to make that catch with a whole bunch of bodies around him.
Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. This is going to be a tough one, 55 yards away. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that drops the deficit down to 13.
Hey, facing a deficit that's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room, they will welcome those 3 points and a little bit of feel-good momentum.
Now Boswell on to send this away. D. Eskridge to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. He tucks it and takes off. He's taken down after reaching the 30. Hold Holcomb there on the stop. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Tua off the play fake. Finds his back, Achane. And he's brought down at the line.
Okay, I'm going to call that, even though it looks like nothing on the stat sheet, a win-win for both sides. Defense, well, they rally. They get right to that throw in the flat for a no gain. The offense, well, they just remind that defense, you not only got to cover us vertically, but we're going to stretch you horizontally as well.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Throw here, 3rd down. Making a bid for it. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
It's 4th down.
Now it's Jake Bailey who's out to punt this for the Dolphins. Back deep is Williams. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And look at this, 9 yards on a nice first down run. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
While that run may not have moved the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. Rodgers from the gun. Throw left side finds Freiermuth. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. All right, whistles. They've got a timeout. 7 seconds to go in this half.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. He'll throw it. Rodgers is hit. The ball is loose. And the Dolphins pick it up. And they take a little momentum for themselves here, Brock, as they get the turnover on the final play of our half. So a 2-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hansen. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hansen and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a 2-score game here, Brock, as our 3rd quarter gets underway.
Chris Boswell.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Washington now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Dolphins getting their offense out there to start off this 2nd half. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. Second half begins. Oh, he loses the football. And it looks like, yes, they say Steeler football. So after the play, we have the trainers headed out. Looks like a member of the Dolphins out there is in some discomfort. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Firing quickly as Rodgers complete. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
Complete to DK Metcalf. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
1st down. Here's Rodgers. We'll put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
2nd down. Still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Ball is caught. And he's right up next to that 1st down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
They sneak it with Rodgers. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Gainwell. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
Situational football. Looking at 1st and goal, these defenses know what's coming at them. More often than not, a run play. It really is better to throw the ball unless you've got a way to disguise the run, and there was no disguising on that one.
Pressure coming. Rodgers. And he's just going to huck this one into about row C there. And some lucky fan and a haul in a heck of a souvenir.
3rd and goal.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Back now, pressure coming. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. So now they're left with 4th and goal.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Boswell able to knock it through. And that makes things a little closer. It's now a 10-point game.
It's kind of a weird feeling, right? You know that you capitalize on the turnover and you technically scored points, but when you look up at that scoreboard, you had to do more with that takeaway.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Eskridge on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Dolphins send a running back, Devon Achane, getting back to work. And their defense held up after that fumble, only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them, get some points of their own. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll send him over right. On 1st down, they're going to start out with Achane. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that is the Dolphins' 1st down.
First down.
Defense was clearly focused on taking away the pass in that RPO scheme offensively. Feels so good when you get the job done and you get a chunk run on RPO. That's setting you up for some success.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
It's plays like that, Kate, that I'm happy I'm the color analyst and you and your spotter are doing play-by-play. Because that was a massive humanity, a whole bunch of bodies to sort through for 1 yard.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Gets this one to Waller. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
That's good.
It's a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Tagovailoa's hit. The ball is out. Steelers have it. Headed the other way. And Pittsburgh's going to take this back for the touchdown. The Steelers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. I think they would have happily just taken the turnover, Brock, but how about the wherewithal of the defender to take it back for the score?
Yeah, that is a scoop and score in the definition of a splash play defensively. You don't just rip possession away from the offense. Kind of rip their heart out, too. You rip possession, you turn it into points, and now that beleaguered offense is going to have to get right back on the field.
Going after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers cut it to a field goal game.
Steelers 20.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Washington now to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. They run the counter to Achane. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Tackled by the venerable Cameron Hayward.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them. Keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. First carry now. This is Ollie Gordon. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Brought down by the 4-time All-Pro Cameron Hayward.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them, trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3-and-outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
They'll bring out the punter here. And they could really use a good one here. And he spins right by him. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. They managed 3 on their last drive, but down inside the red zone, disappointing not to come away with a touchdown. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it, 1st and 10. Start on the ground here with Warner. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Warren. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 8.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Off the play fake. Here's Rodgers. Complete. He gets it up a little shy of midfield. Minka Fitzpatrick in on the stop.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at their 49-yard line.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Down at the 36. A gain of 15 there. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
And the Steelers, 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things. Separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run. It's 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Again, this is Gainwell. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Third down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He's got his man. This is Austin. He's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. He gets 6 on that play. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
Steelers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Blitz coming for Rodgers. Knocked away. That's going to be incomplete. Defender there. That brings up 2nd down. Now after that snap, there's an injured Dolphin still out there. So we're going to get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. He'll work against the blitz. Completed to his running back. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sail that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
Counterplay here, Warren. And that right there was the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Rodgers to throw. Jump off, caught by his back. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 3rd quarter lead. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts them in front here in the second half and puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
Boswell gets that point after the go. And the Steelers take a 4-point lead.
27, Dolphins 23.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Returning it from the 4. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line. The Miami offense headed out there now. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
One of the challenges when you run that jet sweep is you better secure that edge. I've not seen a great jet sweep in my life where you don't win the edge of the line of scrimmage. And that time, the defense got the job done.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. And that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a 1-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line, 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Here's a screen for H.A. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do it through the offseason, you do it through training camp, you do it in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
So the Dolphins readying for the punt. Jake Bailey's going to kick it away. he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. They have been automatic scoring in this quarter, and yet another opportunity to do so here. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Rodgers. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it's going to be 2nd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Rodgers throwing again on 2nd. Has him on the quick hitter. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
19 yards. And the Steelers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Rodgers will look to throw. Short pass brought in. And this one does not go far.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Going again here, it's Rodgers. Has it downfield, working the left. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers now lead by 10. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers drive their lead to 11.
Steelers 34, Dolphins 23.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Washington now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come. 1st and 10. Starting this drive with a design run. Pickup. And it's going to be 1st down, Miami.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Dolphins, 1st down.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Stopped by the perennial All-Pro and Defensive Player of the Year contender. That's T.J. Watt.
At the 46-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Still on his feet. Escapes out to the left. Into the slide he goes after a gain of close to 5, Brock. That will bring up third down.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Throwing on third, Tagovailoa. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's Dolphins ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode. They trail to start the fourth. Their punter making his way out now. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Steelers and Jaylen Warren headed back out there offensively. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, Rodgers. Fire meet there, bring it in. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 19-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the gun, give to Gainwell. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
17-yard line.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Down before the return gets far. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And they certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Tua off the play fake. Look at all this time. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on 2nd down and a whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
After the sack could really use a big play here on 2nd down. It's 2nd and 15. Tagovailoa working from the pistol. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And hopefully they'll have some better blocking on the next play because that was not good. Brings up 3rd down.
First sack, wobbled the cart. This one, I think, sent it off the rails entirely. Taking the L on each of the first 2 plays leaves this offense looking at a very unlikely 3rd down pickup.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Third and long for him here. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. A third consecutive sack. The defense totally dominating this drive, Brock. That brings up fourth down.
Not one, not two, but 3 straight sacks to snuff out that drive. I'm not sure Kate will ever see a defense stick a QB in the ground like that on 3 straight plays, but this defense, they're pedal to the metal, unrelenting, and what an incredible effort.
Punting unit out now. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Here's a give inside to Gainwell. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
You know, Kate, most of the offenses I've been around love code words in the run game. And for draws, it's usually a D word, Denver, Dallas. I'll tell you what else. Add a D word to the defense, because when you hit them with a draw like that, it puts doubt in their mind of how upfield they can get.
On 2nd down, Warren. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
There is no thought needed from him. He has been doing this so long, dating back to college and high school. Those instincts, man, they come at you with a capital I. Identify that run, fire downhill, and get home in the backfield before that play could get started.
Now Rodgers on his 3rd and short. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. And 3rd and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass, and a 4th down instead.
He's got it at the 24. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Miami set to take over once again on offense.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Tua setting up to throw. He had it for a moment, but a quick defensive play. Jar it loose, incomplete.
Timing is everything in life. And timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
Still at the 30 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. With H.N. here out of the gun. Pop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
He was taken down.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB's going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. They'll air it out on 3rd. Hits him on the in route. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that 3rd down in particular. Need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
Punt team on the field. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. And he's there. Fair catch called for and taken. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers set to pass. Finds him on the slant. He'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun handoff to Warren. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Give him 5 on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
That's good.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
All set to go now from the 35. First down. Here's Rodgers. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Austin makes the grab downfield. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. That one goes for 31 yards. And the Steelers have a first down.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Rodgers going to throw on first. This is Metcalf working that right side. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing again, Rodgers. Completed over the middle. And this one doesn't go far.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 19-yard line.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Now throw again, Rodgers. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And this is down all the way to the 3. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I think one of my first welcome to the NFL moments, Kate, was my first rookie mini camp. And in the West Coast system, and Mike Holmgren, who taught like Bill Walsh, it wasn't just getting a completion. It was putting it right on the spot so the receiver could do damage like we just saw.
And the defense holds him at the 2, Brock. He can't get beyond the line. Still a couple yards short of that end zone.
It's a gain of a yard.
That's what I call a go-for-broke call right there. Had that one saved up for a specific spot, and it fell just short of getting them the touchdown.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Looking for it with Warren. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Steelers make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Quite the throw from him on that play, Brock. I gotta say, he looked like he'd make quite the emergency quarterback for this squad if the need ever arises, huh?
And, Kate, I know how this plays out, all right? They worked on it all week. He showed out during the practice week on the practice field, and now he just showed out when it really mattered, and everybody's going to hear about it, and they don't mind, because you're absolutely right. That was a dime for 6.
That one splits the uprights, and the Steelers push their lead to 18. Now Boswell on to send this away. Return starts at the 3. Escapes the defender. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
Dolphins just about set up here, 1st and 10. Two and out from the gun. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And after one play of this drive, might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side, Kate. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. The tight end going in motion right. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. This is complete to Waller. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day. And he's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the 1st down.
Now, can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. He connects downfield. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. That's a 26-yard gain on 4th down, partner. Talk about a huge play there to extend this drive.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best. And you get to see how you handle the most pressure. And it turns out they handled it pretty darn well. And now they'll keep pushing.
They go play action with Tagovailoa. Big trouble now, and the ball is out. And it looks like, yes, they say Steeler football.
This really should be the last place and the last down you expect to fumble on. There's still 2, 3, maybe more to work with. Just take care of the ball. Go down when you're hit and set up for 2nd down.
The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. Ball just a yard shy of midfield, 1st and 10. Warren here from the gun. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Bradley Chubb on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Staying between the tackles with Gainwell. Looks like he gained about 3 yards. It's also going to bring up 3rd down.
Minka Fitzpatrick on the tackle. A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
The Steelers set to punt it. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks him inside their own 10. The Miami offense headed out there now. They lost it in enemy territory their last time out. Never a spot you want to fumble. So I imagine, Brock, it's going to be two hands on the football as they return to the field. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. Tua looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. He's escorted out of bounds, but not before driving them up near the 25. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Slot man motioned over. On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa. Caught, nice gain left side. And he is down inside the 35-yard line.
I know they may have wanted to throw that pass a little bit sooner, but I'll tell you what, that receiver's ability to navigate his way across the entire field really set up the space he needed to complete the huge gain.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Dolphins trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Downfield working the left. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Tua out of the pistol. Steps up and he's running with it. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt. Even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
2nd and 6 coming up here. We send a man in motion. Tua off the play fake. Throw to the right, finds Waddle. And a gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Hey, Kate, it's time to add some players and some names and a team to the all-time record list. It used to read 12 when it comes to sacks, accomplished 5 times. But you know what we just witnessed? We just witnessed the 13th sack of this game in NFL history. This group has lived behind the other side of the line all game long, and now they will live in their record books right now.
And that's incomplete in the end zone. Could have been 6 points, but as that one falls, Brock, instead just a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they're going to have it all the way down to the 25.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
Line up the design keeper. So make a check in the win column for the Steelers. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for Brock Huard, everyone here